Hello ladies and gents, this is KANO from the Gamer Section, back with another episode of the Gamer Section's Daily News. Rockstar Games have acquired British video game studio Ruffian Games and rebranded the studio as Rockstar Dundee as per company's house listings. The acquisition went through earlier in the month and the rebranding followed shortly afterwards. Ruffian Games, in case the name doesn't ring a bell, were the developers of Crackdown 2 and have been providing development support for the titles such as Halo Master Chief Collection and Crackdown 3, or more specifically in its multiplayer component Wrecking Zone. It remains to be seen what exactly the new Rockstar Dundee's role will be in the larger Rockstar organization, but I say you can at least expect them to get on the Grand Theft Auto Online support train right away. Metroid isn't really a series that puts story front and center, but it seems that might change, at least to some degree. With Metroid Prime 4, if this listing for a contract position as storyboard artist is anything to go by, the listing mentions emotional scenes that will resonate with audiences and interesting and innovative scenes that will elevate the narrative, and all around gives the impression that Retro Studios seem to be putting greater emphasis on the side of the experience than usual. Of course, this by itself doesn't necessarily have to mean anything, especially given how shrouded in mystery everything to do with this game is. But it might be interesting to see storytelling become a larger part of the experience in Metroid Prime 4. Metroid Prime 4 is currently in development for the Nintendo Switch, but has no set release date or window. Speaking with WCCF Tech, the CEO of Quantic Dream, David Cage, talked about the dual strategy Microsoft is aiming for. It seems skeptical of whether or not the Series S is a good idea and seems to express fear that it can lead to confusion both on the consumer level as well as on the development side. While he understands what the company is aiming to do, he is not sure it will work as intended. When the manufacturer offers two consoles with different specs, there is a strong chance that the developer will focus on the lower end version to avoid doing two different versions. I must confess that I am really not a big fan of this situation. I think it is confusing for developers, but also for players, and although I can understand the commercial reasons behind the choice, a difference of £200 on the street price, I think the situation is questionable. This is really the first time I've seen this situation happen in the console space, so right now it can be somewhat difficult to tell just where the Series S will end up landing. We'll just have to see in practice when both machines are actually out. Both the Series X and S will launch on November 10th. Now for more on the latest in gaming culture, check us out at the Gamer Section. Be sure to like, share, comment, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for when we drop videos.